College planning experts have been an invaluable tool in our college process. We started early when she was a freshman, and Genesee and Brian were invaluable as far as giving us financial guidance and getting things in place. And now that she's Angela and others have worked with her and made her dreams come true.
Been very impressed with college planning experts. I just feel so much better because I know that someone's taking care of this and showing me the pitfalls before I step into them. We can count on college planning experts to do the best job.
With the help of a good counselor, school-based or otherwise, and the help of a financial advisor, working together, you can afford to go to college even if you don't think so. And I think that people need to understand that the more complicated your income is, the more you need that financial piece. If you're a low-income family, you need straight form, you can probably do it without help. But if it's a little more complicated, if you've got a higher income, if there are asset questions, you need to go to someone who can help you with that. So with the help of your counselor and an expert in financial aid, together you will go to college, you will graduate, your parents will not be working till they're 90, and everyone's happy. So that's really what it's about.
I couldn't have put it any better than that one. That's perfect. It's get your child the best college education at the best price so that you can also retire once you take care of that.
Right.
I think that's what the bigger picture is here.
That's
This is all the little things we've talked about.
That's right, and we all want the same thing.
Rain, thunder, or sunshine, you will get an education. These are the words that my mom would tell me every time I fed her about going to school in the morning. Now college is an actual possibility for my future, and I'll be the first in my family to take advantage of it. College planning experts has helped my family see that college is not only for those born with a silver spoon in their mouth, but for anyone willing to push themselves towards a better future. College planning experts have shown that college is not something for only those with a high income, but those who are willing to compensate and sacrifice for an investment that will change the lives of their children.
Angela's one who had suggested for Alex to apply for Stanford. I would have never in a million years have even thought that was a possibility for him. There is greater possibilities for him than we could have ever hoped for, where we thought just community college would have been the way to go.
The way we've always done things isn't always the best way. I think one of the biggest pieces of advice that trusted teachers and counselors and parents have for their children has to do with the community college system. Many of them feel that this is a way to save money, and it was. But this is California, so if you're in California, you're dealing with a vastly overcrowded system, which now they're saying the average keeps going up. I mean, now some projections are it is 4 years before you can transfer.
Yeah.
The point of community is to help prepare you for the 4-year experience. But I think that people need to understand that sometimes that's not the best avenue. And sometimes getting away and living in a college environment makes students more successful, and they finish sooner than going through the community college for sure. And if you looked at the years of lost income by spending 4 years in a community college and then transferring and maybe spending 3 more, is that really saving money in the long run?
Parents, this is a huge, I'm glad you brought this up. I talk about this at the workshop, that by default, because you look at a sticker price on the school brochures and you see tuition at $35,000 and you see tuition at $500 to $1,000 at the community college, you by default think community college is going to be cheaper. And that's what Linda's talking about, that community college is right for a certain type of student, but it's not a cookie cutter that immediately, because you think it's too expensive and you haven't planned for this, that your default should be community college. And it is true that it's taking 4 years just to get 60 units to be able to transfer. And then another 3 years, you're at 7 years in college, and that's and you said a huge amount of that percentage won't even get to that point, but if they do, they've lost 4 years of income because they thought they took the cheap route, and later they realized that it ended up costing them more money, more out of pocket, and so much more expenses. I call them intangible expenses that they don't see right now, that's awaited to happen in a couple years.
Right.
Whereas if they would have got straight 4 years, they're surrounding themselves with like-minded kids, because they say the power of association is you surround yourself and you're going to be the average of 5 of your friends. And I tell my students, if you're hanging around with losers, well, guess what? You're going to be a loser. I hate to be the first to say it. I had friends like that, and I detached myself from that environment. And it's
Right.
your responsibility as a student and parent to put yourself in the environment that you want to be, that's going to help you prosper and be able to allow you to achieve your college dreams, and to be able to get you that job that you probably wouldn't have had because you went to a 4-year school, that the professors had connections with the organizations, that even that, they say it's not who you are, it's who you know, and it's just,
Right.
or who knows you. You
Right.
have to put yourself in that environment, and that's why people go to a 4-year school, and they're not paying more, they're really investing in their kids' future, and
Right, and a couple of important points. A lot of people go to community college because they don't know what else to do, so they're a little aimless. And when you're in a classroom situation, the dynamics of that course and your enjoyment level sometimes has to do with the engagement of the students around you. And if you're with a lot of people who are just there because they don't know what else to do, it changes your experience. It is not the same.